out of the old hairpin.
Oh no!
JC's going to send it? You better use. Oh, look at the Aston, just with the nice little battle here. Carrying huge speed through the crater curve.
Aston runs wide and he's in the grass.
Oh, there's a bit of contact.
Oh, almost side by side through there.
Hello and welcome everyone. This is Race on Oz. It's season 6. It's round 3. And tonight this is the PS5 division. We are racing around Silverstone. My name is Nick. I'm going to be your host for the next hour and a half-ish, roughly. Hope you're all doing well. I see a lot of people in the chat this evening, so welcome to you all. Hope you're enjoying your evening. And yeah, I hope we've got some good racing to come to you guys tonight, and ladies as well. I see Janice and Fiona in the chat, so hello to you all out there this evening. All right, last round we're in Barcelona. Let's have a quick look at how that all ended up. So it was Slambo who took out what turned out to be a relatively comfortable victory. He started there in P4 and finished in P1. So it was a win for Pagnian Next Level Racing in the Audi to Slambo. So congratulations to him. Jamie filled second spot. And then Javar with a very hard-earned P3 there in the Porsche for Coach Dave Academy. So 3 different teams in the top 3 there last week. So congrats to those guys. Eagle Wind, Angry Old Fella, and Jambon Sickle. So it was a P&L 4th, 5th and 6th all in the Bentleys. They had a nice run there. So great result for P&L, finishing filling 4 of the top 6 positions. So nice work to them. Then we got Riggsy in for Coach Dave Academy. Howdy, Crashy mate. How you going? Adman in 8th for Bruce Hale Racing. He didn't really have the race that he would have wanted. K-Man, he had a stunning run from 14th. I think he was running 3rd at one stage. So he ended up filling 9th spot out. And then it was another trio of teams. Selby Acoustics Racing, Someone Awesome, and JCRTR in 10th and 11th. Then you had Andrali, Kamangu, Hooligan, Metal Steel, Borough, Mr. and Wilson, Black Falcon, and someone that you don't often see down the bottom there, Vic Chan, and that is reflected in the drivers' standings, which we'll get to in a moment. Let's, however, have a look at the championship standings for the team. So this is round 3, so this would mark the halfway point of this season. Obviously, 5 rounds. 2 to go after tonight, 3 including, and there's how it sits right now. So 584 points is the leader. P&L sitting atop of the top of the pile there. So really nice work to those guys. So last week would have done themselves a world of good. Coach Dave Academy closely in 2nd position. Well, a little bit further away, sorry. 57 points away. Only 3 points clear of BHR. So P2 is up for grabs right now, and P&L will want to be having a good night to solidify their championship aspirations. Gazman Racing Team, they're in 4th position on 504, and bringing up the rear is Selby Acoustics on 481 points. So that's where the teams are sitting right now. Let's have a look at where the drivers are standing. So these graphics are brought to you once again by Andrali, the phenomenal work that he does week in, week out. So as we can see there, it is extremely tight at the top. So you've got Jamie there on 80 points for Bruce Hale Racing. We've got Slambo there on 79. So 1 point the difference between those two, and they actually sit P1 and P2 on the practice timesheets right now as we speak. Jambon Sickle putting in a phenomenal season in there at 3rd position on 73 points. Just behind him, 4 points below, is Adman on 69 for Bruce Hale Racing, and then Angry Old Fella as well, having a good good start to the season on 67 points. He's tied with K-Man down there in, that is 5th and 6th position. There's no numbers on there, but anyway, I think I'll work that out all right. Andrali on 61, then Metal Steel for Coach Dave Academy. And then a couple of Selby Acoustics Racing guys there, Someone Awesome and JCRTR. So that rounds out the Teams Championship as well as the Drivers Championship. So as you can see, it's still all to play for, but there is a name that we would think that would be at the pointy end of the field, but after 2 rounds completed, he's nowhere to be found, and that's Vic Chan. So he's had a bit of a disastrous start to the season. We'll see if he can start to recover this evening as we're about to get underway in just a tick under 6 minutes. So just hang in there with us. While we do that, though, let's have a look at the circuit. So it's one of the most famous circuits in all of motorsport. I think they do claim it to be the home of motorsport. It is Silverstone. So it's 18 turns of free-flowing, fast corners, punctuated by a couple of straights there, the Hangar Straight, as well as the Wellington Straight as well. Obviously, with that, the more complicated sort of parts as you go through the village, the loop, and Aintree there. So getting that part of the track right is certainly important, as well as the fast left-hander into Brooklands. You got Luffield and Woodcote as well to finish off the lap. So we saw last week, we saw some pretty rapid times. We saw some good racing as well. Track invalidations could play a little bit of a part here too. There's plenty of sausage curbs to stay away from. Let's have a look at the circuit, courtesy of Adman.
So just make my way around on these last couple of corners before we go across the start-finish line on the front straight. Absolutely love this track. Unfortunately, I won't be able to race it in the pro round because I'll be away on holidays at Cairns, but good luck to everyone that's racing tonight as we make our way into turn 1. Just want to break at the 50-metre board here. Get off the gas, just let it drift in. Power on nice and early. We're going to get a good exit out of that corner, so on approach this little combination corners, just hug the little ripple strip there, cut across the track, off the gas again. I've just gone a little bit deep, just holding it, probably slowed up more than I needed to, that's how I make my way up on the Hangar Straight. There's a really good opportunity to get a good draft here if you're in behind someone, and a really good opportunity to also, you know, pull a diving pass move on the inside as we make our way into this corner. Just keep it in nice and tight. Again, use the throttle to try and turn the rear end of the car around. Just here we get a little bit squeamish under brakes. Down into first gear. Upshift in a second, nice and early. You want to hug this sausage curb. Definitely don't hit the sausage curb, but you hug it nice and close. So we make our way down to Abbey. Use the AstroTurf out here nice and wide. I stay in 5th gear. Just cut it in nice and tight. Flick it in. Flick it across to the left. At the curbing here, hit the brakes. Downshift second. Some people use first gear depending on what car you're driving. We've got a blind apex here this turn. I probably went a little bit earlier than what I needed to be, but we want to get a nice exit. Good straight line speed out onto the down onto Brooklands. So with Brooklands, dive in a little bit earlier. Want to use some trail braking here as well. Get off the throttle, get back on the throttle as we come. Stay in nice and close. There's a lot of room at the exit of this corner, so get as much straight line speed as you can. So we make our approach on the back across the start finish line. And a minute 58.6, so that's not too bad. I reckon there'll be a few guys that beat that. So good luck to everyone that's racing tonight. We'll see you on track.
So a big thank you to Adman for taking us for a lap around the Silverstone circuit. He's not racing tonight. He's away, I think, he's on holiday. He did text me before the race saying that he's enjoying the swim up bar. So yeah, lucky for him, lucky for some, I guess. But yeah, I'm sure he'll catch the race afterwards. If not, he might even be watching tonight. Who knows? But yeah, but he was commentating last week. He'll be with us next week as well. All right. Well, we're a couple of minutes away, so that gives us a good opportunity. Let's quickly play our sponsors, and a big thank you to all our sponsors before we get this one underway. It's round 3 at Silverstone of the PS5 division. We'll be back very, very shortly. Beautiful. That is time to absolute perfection. We've got 000 on the clock. We're just on the countdown waiting time. And as you can see up the top of the screen there, it is Jamie, our championship leader. He's 1 point ahead of Slambo right now, and he's 1 spot ahead in the driver's standings right now on the on screen there. So pretty quick times there, 1:57.7 from Jamie. So cracking time from him. Let's see if he can emulate that in qualifying, which we're about to get started with right now. So let's see who's going out. I think it might have been Jamie. Obviously, it kind of goes without saying at the moment, but this is the view that we will get for the entire race. Well, the entire evening. We're making do with what we've got at the moment. So until this little issue is sorted and they fix the broadcast mode, we're just going to have to do our best with what we have presented. A little bit of adversity is alright some of the times, as we sort of just cycling through a number of the cars. Another kind of shortcoming, I guess, of the game at the moment is that the lobbies, we've only got 18 in there tonight. We can't get 20 at the moment, because if you've got someone in spec mode, it actually counts them as well. So yeah, a little bit difficult, but anyway, we'll make do as we go. And here's Slambo. He's a driver that will be looking to make his mark this evening. And my track map is upside down again tonight. So I did it anyway. I thought that I did it properly last night, but not to be. That's very disappointing. Alright, anyway, this is someone awesome. He's having a good championship so far. Javar, look out for him tonight. And I reckon this man here on screen, Jambon Sickle, just keep an eye on him this evening, because I think he could be a real dark horse. He could be a contender tonight. I was in the lobby last night having a bit of a look-see, and he was quite competitive with his time. So let's see how he goes this evening. But we're going to ride on board with Jamie, who's going to take us for the first flying lap around the Silverstone circuit. He's going to make his way up through the Maggots and Beckett's complex. Very fast, free-flowing section of road. Looks relatively hooked up. It's going to blast down the Hangar Straight. Well over 250 kilometers through here into the fast right-hander of Stowe. Really exciting part of the circuit. Just can drift the car out a little bit there as well. And then coming into the Vale chicane, so hard on the brakes. Got to keep away from those sausage curbs as well. So there's a few of those around the circuit that will definitely catch you out. So he makes his way through Club now. This is the Grand Prix start-finish line. Through Abbey, Farmers Curve through here as well. So using plenty of the road now as he comes through the village turn. Tricky part, the very technical part of the circuit here as he makes his way through the loop. And then Aintree is generally flat out. You can use a fair bit of the curb on the inside there, as Jamie does indeed. And now it's a blast down the Wellington Straight, getting the car set up for Brooklands. Looking like a pretty solid lap so far. No mistakes. So he makes his way through Luffield. Just on the right-hand side there. I think you can see the nuts through the other part there. I misspoke. And there's Jamie with the first lap of the session. Vic Chan quickly following him. You got Javar, who'll make his way through, and there's a whole gaggle of cars behind him about to cross the line and all set their times. Mr. N. Wilson, he's one of them. Didn't have a great race last week. Hope to see him back up there this evening. Here's Jambon Sickle. He goes P7 for now. So plenty of time to rectify that. Here's Stu. He crosses the line there. Moves up into 9th spot. Here's Burrow Dog. Lenny Dog's favourite driver, the son of Adban. He goes up into P5. So very, very nice strong start from Burrow Dog. Here's the McLaren of JCR. He doesn't get a time on the board on that run, so he'll have to go again. Andrali. What can he do? Oh, it's a good start there. Very, very good start. So he moves up onto the second row of the grid in P4. He's someone awesome. Had a great end of race battle last week. He'll have to go again on that time. So there we go. So Vic Chan is 157.9. Is the fastest car out on the circuit right now. He's followed very closely by this man here, Jamie in the Ferrari. So it's an all-Italian front row right now with the Lambo and the Ferrari. Got the Audi of Slambo. So our championship contenders, Jamie and Slambo, are up there. Andrali as well. Just having a look. Jambon Sickle a little bit further down in 13th spot. So already started to shape up. We've got 9 minutes left in qualifying, so plenty of time to get more laps in, and we'll slowly fall the grid up. Hello, Mitchell Weston in the chat. How you going? Cheering on Burrow Dog there. There we go. Jamie replaces Vic Chan for pole position. So the battle is on between these two. Here's Javar. What can he do? He goes up into P3. So nice start from him. Where's 321? Here it is, Mr. N. Wilson. I don't think he betters his time. What about my man here, Jambon Sickle? I'm not cheering for him, but I just hope that he'll do well tonight in P10. Good start from him. Here's Stewart for Gamesman Racing Team. Currently P15. Moves his car up into 13th spot, so not bad from him. Still a bit of work to do from him. Here's Burrow Dog in 8th spot. That's where he'll keep his Bentley for now. Just trying to pick up the next one coming through. Here's Riggsy. Usually always has a fair bit of encouragement in the chat. As I say that, I'll look over and there's a go Riggsy go from Fiona as he goes P9. So nice start there from Riggsy in the Lexus. Here's Black Falcon for Bruce Hale Racing in the Ferrari. Have a look at all those Bentleys from 7th to 14th. They're all flocking together right there. So no other Bentleys to be seen other than position 7th to 14th as Jamie makes his way into the pits. Almost the halfway mark of this one. Still Jamie leading from Vic Chan, Slambo, Javar and Barters. That's your top 5. Andrali, K-Man, Barra, Riggsy and Jambon Sickle. That rounds out your top 10 right now. We're on board with Vic Chan. Just under 2/10 the difference between him and Jamie. And it's 4 manufacturers in the top 4. And one of the common things across all the top 6 is they're all rear-engine cars as well. So take that for what it's worth as Vic Chan pulls the pin on that one. Here's Barters in a very neatly presented Lamborghini there. Let's see what he can do. He's currently P5 right now. Keeping a very, very nice tight line. It doesn't quite come off for him, so remains there in P5. Just get on a car. Any car will do at the moment. As I work it out. Where's 270? There's 270. That's Burrow Dog. Just making his way through Luffield now. Around Woodcote. Such famous names for turns on this circuit. Does Burrow Dog improve? He does. That's a famous name in Ruse. He goes up into P5. So nice work from him. JCRTR, can he improve? He does. He goes into 11th spot. What about someone awesome? He's currently sitting in 14th. As he makes his way through Luffield now. Clear blue skies. Track is 26. Air temperature is 21. That's perfect conditions for England this time of year, I would have to imagine. 5:03 Hooligan is the only driver out there yet to set a time. Looks like he will attempt it on this run here. What about Jamie? Is he on a hot lap here or is he just warming up? We'll have to wait and see. But he is currently sitting in P1 right now. And I don't think he improves on his time, so this might be a hot run from him. It is very difficult to tell with no telemetry. Here's Riggsy. He's there in 10th position in the Lexus right now, so he'll have to regroup and gather himself as we enter the final 5 minutes of this one. This is round 3. This is the PS5 Tier 1 Season 6 of Ruse. Hope you're all enjoying the stream. Here's Stuart. Not too sure if he's enjoying himself down there in 16th. Can he improve on that? No, he can't at the moment. So here's Vic Chan. Not too sure if it's a fast lap. Let's see. Doesn't improve on his time at the moment. So he'll remain there in P2 for now. Didn't like the rain the other week. Doesn't enjoy the wet conditions. Here's Barters in the Lamborghini. The Bentleys have all been broken up and shuffled down. So the very popular car, P6 for Barters, that's where he remains. Sort of falling down the field. This track perhaps not suiting the big front-engined monster that is the Bentley. Jambon Sickle in 8th spot right now. That's where he'll remain. He's got 4 minutes left to rectify that position. 3:53, Black Falcon, you're right here. 5:03, in fact. What about Hooligan? He hasn't set a time yet. There he goes. So he goes 16th. Black Falcon, he remains in 18th position. Then we got Burrow Dog. So can he improve on a P5 for now? No, he can't. So he'll have another crack at that. Might get a couple more laps in. Jamie should get 2 more at this rate. He improves his time. He goes faster again. So almost half a second the difference between him and Vic Chan. Jamie putting the foot down. This is the time to make a move in the championship that he leads. Looking at his championship contender Slambo in P3. Almost 7/10 behind right now. So Jamie really starting to separate himself from the rest of the field. JCRTR down there in 12th position. 2:17. This is Stu. Vic Chan is out on a lap. We'll pick him up momentarily as Stu crosses the line. Can he improve on 17th? No, he can't. What about this man? Vic Chan, 4.5 tenths behind Jamie for P1. He's on the first row of the grid right now. He improves, but not enough. So he will remain there in P2 for now. Here's Eaglewind. He improves. He goes up into P11. So nice work from him from the P&L driver. What about Barters? Nice solid 6th position. Times are starting to come in thick and fast. We've only got 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. So these drivers will be on their last runs, gearing up, getting ready for the race. Jambon Sickle in the Bentley. Let's see what he can do. Currently in P8. I feel like I was just on board with him a moment ago. And that is not good enough to improve on his time. So that is where he will remain for now. I was looking for 6:01. Here we go. Metal Steel. I don't think that's a name that I've called yet this evening. He's currently in P14 right now as we speak. Just Jamie is out there on a lap, which I'll pick up very, very shortly. He's Metal Steel in P12. Here's Jamie coming around. He'll get 1 more lap after this. Just a tick over 90 seconds left. Jamie crosses the line. He goes faster again. So nearly 6/10 the gap once again. So Jamie responds to the fast lap from Vic. And that's going to be it from him. Here's Riggsy. Can he get himself out of 14th? How high can that Lexus go? 14th for now is the best that he's got in him at this stage. 279. Where are you, 279? Oh, there he is. Too late, Nick. He's already crossed the line. Where's 217? This is Stuart. What about Vic Chan? Can he upset the pole sitter? This is Stu. We'll get back to you in a minute, Stu. But anyway, here's Vic. He's almost 6/10 away from pole position. Jamie, who's in the pits, he thinks that he's done enough. Less than a minute to go. Vic will have another crack at this if he wants to. He will need to because he hasn't improved on the gap. Here's Eaglewind, car 420 in 15th spot right now. And he's got about 30. He's got one more lap to have another go at improving on that time. 681. Where are you, 681? There you are, Barters. In 6th spot. I seem to keep seeing him in that spot. That's where he remains for now. Clock is rapidly approaching 000. 13 seconds left. 17th spot for someone awesome for Selby Acoustics. Let's see if he can improve on 17th. No, he can't. I don't know if he beat the line then. I think that might be it for him. 503. Where are you, 503? No, that is definitely not 503. There's 503 in the pits. What about Vic? Is he out there? Yes, he is. So he's coming past the Formula 1 pits right now. He's going to come there into Stowe. Not through Stowe, sorry. That was through Abbey. My mistake. Now through this very technical part of the circuit. So clock has gone 000. Slambo is not out there anymore. So Vic Chan is the only driver that's left out on the circuit that can possibly upset Jamie with a 1:57.2. So a cracking effort from him. It's almost 6/10 clear of Vic. So he's going to have to put in an absolute stonker to upset Jamie from P1. Making his way through Luffield now for the last time in this qualifying session. Runs a little bit wide there, giving it absolutely everything. Keeps a nice tight line. Does he improve? No, he doesn't. So that is it for qualifying. Jamie on pole position. Congratulations to him. Vic Chan will start there in P2. Then we've got Slambo, who's going to start the race in P3. So two championship contenders in P1 and P3 right now, separated by another former champion there, Vic Chan. So nice start from those guys. Then we've got Javar. He's a bit of a quiet one. Javar, he sort of just potters along, does his thing. K-Man, I barely even saw him through that qualifying session. I did speak to him tonight, and he thought he might have put the Mozza on himself, but he certainly hasn't. He had a great start last week. I think he went from 14th to 5th, something like that in the opening lap. So let's see what he can do there from P5. A much more favourable position for him this week around Barters. He'll start the race there in P8. Hooligan, he finally got it together there, and he's worked himself up into P9 inside the top 10. So great driving from him, and a great time as well. So nice work. And then Andrali, he rounds out the top 10 there. So that's your top 10. Let's have a look now. Mr. N. Wilson, I reckon he'll be pretty happy with that. I don't think he'll be too upset with P11. Metal Steel is going to start right next to him there in P12. Stewart, he got up into P13 there in the end. JCRTR, he will be starting the race in 14th spot. Eagle Wind, didn't really seem like he could really get it together there in 15th. Riggsy, the fan favourite, down there in 16th. I wonder what his fans think of him on that one in the chat. Someone awesome. He is going to begin the race in 17th, and Black Falcon will start from 18th position on the grid. So that is our grid set, everyone. It is Jamie with a 1:57.2. So great work from him. He takes out pole position, and it's going to be Vic Chan on the front row of the grid with him. Looking forward to this one. This is round 3 of season 6. This is the PS5 division. This is tier 1. Let's have a quick word from our sponsors before we get this racing underway.
single file.